Beautiful. Okay. So, welcome everybody to the weekly Dev AMA for what is today? I don't even know anymore. All the days are blending together. June 15th. Yay. We got there. We're going to talk with Hunter and Charlie about um, dev updates, changes, things that we've done over this past week since we all met last time. Um, that being said, just real quick update about Discord for you all. You've probably noticed that a lot of stuff has changed in the server. So the team has talked a lot about how our Discord currently operates, ways that we would like it to operate in the future, and so we've made some just interim adjustments to put us on that path. So you'll see some things have been archived. There are some channels now, like community channels that are still around, but they're just private, so you guys can't see those. We have a bunch of ideas for ways that we want to bring back various aspects of the server to be more intentional and a lot more exciting for y'all. So prepare for some really fun Discord channel launches and some fun community initiatives inside of the Discord. But if you notice any channels have changed or you're confused about anything, feel free to at me or maybe even Stephanie in maybe general chat and just let us know if you have any questions about any of the changes and we can tell you. If not, I made a big announcement in the main announcements channel. You can check out and see the adjustments that we've made and get a bit more information about what you can expect over the coming weeks. That being said, uh, other than that, like it's just a lot of strategic development, I guess, but behind the scenes for marketing and community things that we're going to be pursuing in the very near future. So you guys will see a lot of stuff start to happen around both of those spaces. Um, and I think that's it for me in terms of, just your like basic community update. I'll throw it over to Charlie and Hunter for you guys to give any dev updates for the week. Start Q&A. I will also make this announcement for us and see if we can get a few more people hanging out. But if not, there's always the recording, which will be posted later today as well.
Great. Yeah, thanks for that, Ash. Charlie, you want to just kind of highlight what we did this week?
I yeah, definitely. So, as we've been working on recently in terms of new work, we've been continuing on with the store work. So we've been making some good progress on that. We've got the first versions of the UI up on the dev servers, so we're taking a look at that. Hunter's going over that and really trying to make that as good an experience as possible. So we've been doing that. The other thing that we've been doing as well is prepping for some colony development releases that are going to go out this week. The first thing is that we've got the first convoy mission is going to be closing actually today at 8 p.m. Eastern time in the U.S. And then we have three new missions are going to go up today. We're going to have a construction convoy and innovation mission all going up today. So that'll be fun, and we've now sort of set the schedule for some of that. So you should be seeing them on a much more regular basis. So every week, 2 weeks, we have new missions going out, and we're pretty excited about that. And then we're also been working on a couple of things. One of which is we've been working on some of the. We've noticed just a couple of issues with some transfers. We've been able to deal with them all, and we can see them all, but we're just trying to firm up the code there so that we're not failing any transfers. We're trying to get to a point where we don't do that at all, and we've got some monitoring code in there now, so that anytime a transfer from the Marsha token bridge takes place, or the resource, anytime we do any kind of transfer, we are able to get alerted to that immediately on the dev side and fix that. So we've got both code fixes and new monitoring that went in this week, and we're pretty excited about that, to getting that to where it's super stable. particularly with the new work we have with the NFT bridge and some of these things with the Oracle work that we're doing there. We want to make sure that that's super solid. And then the other thing is we're making some fixes to the colony development experience, the hazards experience, just some quality of life fixes on the front end. Most of the time in these particular cases where we're at now, the back end is solid and the behavior is correct. So for instance, like the odds are correct when we do the draw for the rewards on colony development. However, it may show wrong and on the front end. So now we're trying to go back and make sure we just clean up some of those bugs so that everything is looked right. And when you look at the experience as players, you can you're getting an accurate portrayal of the data. So that's what I have. Is there something I missed? I'm sure there is, Hunter.
Yeah, I mean that sounds about right. We had one dev on vacation this week, and then another that was sort of traveling, so a little bit less in terms of velocity this week. But you know, there was definitely a lot of progress on the things that you mentioned, and you know, we'll be continuing to move forward on the store next week. Basically, our first kind of release in the future would be the store. And just to reiterate, our goals are to get more players in, and so the store and the starter packs, the voucher system, and then the NFT bridge are things that we are kind of focused on right now, with a couple sort of gameplay, ongoing kind of quality of life things like Charlie was saying, so that, you know, colony development continues to build and there's more and more projects to contribute to. And then, you know, resource chain and hazards continue to operate in as stable a way as possible. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of our focus right now. We've also been just looking at the rest of the year and 2024 and 2025 and kind of the priorities there, to make sure that we have the right sort of timeline and everything put in place. So we're you know, spending some time just kind of making sure we're happy with what we want to do there. And so yeah, it's been a good week. And yeah, thanks for the summary there, Charlie.
Thing for all of those hours.
So I don't want to turn this AMA into like a bug triage. I think that there's channels for us to basically report bugs and work on those. You know, we're not gonna. I don't think it's the right use of time for us just to go through specific cases of bugs. Like we said, we're prioritizing and looking into each bug as it comes up, and so we're aware of things. We just, you know, have to prioritize. So that kind of stuff. CHRNV also asked a similar question. So just know that we're looking at those things, and we'll respond with updates as we get to them.
Cool. Yeah, we definitely have eyes on all the tickets in the server and are doing our best to work through those as quickly as we can.
Yep.
Hi, Manja. Hi, Mew Mew. Drake asked, will there be a level reset?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah.
But we're not planning on doing, I guess, specialty resets. Like specialties, you know, basically just continue to accumulate as you rank them up. So you're basically taking those and increasing your level as you produce more resources and also keep your specialty efficiency up. So you know, there's certain quality of life front end things that we're continuing to refine, as Charlie mentioned. So I mean, those are the things that we're working on over the coming weeks.
Cool. Okay, do we have any other questions? I mean, this might actually be a pretty short dev update.
We also reduced our secondary market fee on Atomic Hub to 5% from 8%. So, that's something that you guys asked for. So we did that. Obviously, we'll be coordinating with the store. Will be a big way to sort of buy and sell back cards, and so there'll be a lot of new options to sort of customize your collection and actively sort of modify it and grow it. And so we're super excited about that. That's going to be, I think, a really big deal, and it will also help make sure that you're supporting the specialty, and you can be more fluid with what specialties you want to rank up at what times.
Great.
On the question about the convoys on the resource chain that just popped up in the chat, that is actually a bug. We're working on fixing that right now. We have a couple of bugs that were fairly that did impact the gameplay. One of which is this one right here, and then the other one is actually in some ways this is a good thing, so they'll get used to it. But I think the last hazard that hit, which was a intensity 3 Marsquake, we actually regenerated all of the cards automatically. So those got regenerated for free. So we're actually fixing both of the bugs, and so those should be corrected by this time next week, I would say.
Do you guys feel like these AMAs are good to keep weekly? Do you guys want us to reduce the amounts? I mean, obviously the audience is a little bit less than we were even last week, so I just want to make sure we're not sort of being redundant here. So would love your feedback there too.
I think the change in time probably has something to do with it as well.
Okay.
Since people are used to them being at 2 Eastern.
Okay.
But I'd imagine, yeah, I'm definitely interested in hearing feedback about frequency.
So we got a question about, we're working on analytics data. Will player have access to it? I think that, I mean, for us, it's probably fine to publicize that in some way. We'll just have to figure out how to do that because, we're using a tool called DataBox, which is sort of it's an internal tool. So, the reason we're using that is so that we don't have to, spend development time building custom dashboards. So, for us, we need to be efficient with our time, as I mentioned last week. And so we don't know if it's possible to get those public, but if it is, then we can look at how to do that so everyone knows, just sort of like our basic stats as a game and as players, etc. So we're looking at multiple sort of metrics there. We already have an API for a lot of things. The issue is we just don't have documentation probably in a place where it's clear enough what to use and how. So again, it's on the list, but lower priority just because we're still working on gameplay. The dev updates we plan on doing daily. So this was really meant to be a sort of any questions off the back of daily dev updates. and also just talking about things coming up, new features, new things that we're thinking about, getting feedback in real time. That's really what we're trying to do here. Yeah. Cool. Can we use more than one minor innovation card? So no, they don't stack. So you can buy more than one because they're NFTs, but you'll only see the application of one in your skills. And for those of you who haven't looked at Colony Development, definitely check it out. I mean, we have I think it's 16 sponsorship cards going out today to the people that contributed to convoys. So that's a huge convoy. So I saw that there was, I think, a little over 300 million fuel contributed. So it's a big deal, and that's going out today. Our next one is kicking off today as well, and that one's going to be a cargo convoy, which has, I think it has some fission reactors, it has a weather outpost, quad bikes, so a lot of equipment coming to Mars on that one. So if that's more your thing, definitely check that one out and start contributing today. Yes, you can use two different types of minor innovation. So you can collect different innovations. Think of them as like research projects, basically. And yeah, you'll have the ability to collect, the innovations as they come out. And we have a lot of innovations planned, and they get released every 4 weeks. Like it ends every 4 weeks, and we're staggering it by 2-week intervals. So every 2 weeks, a new innovation research and development project will kick off. And so there will always be kind of like 2 to contribute to. And, those you can collect and have multiple innovations sort of available for you to have. All right. Anything else we should talk about? Can you make it possible to change primary account and username? Yes, so we are working on that right now, where you'd be able to change your primary wallet to any wallet that's supported, which would essentially at this point be Wax Cloud Wallet, an Anchor wallet for Wax, or a MetaMask wallet. And right now we are supporting the Binance Smart Chain, but in the future we'll also support the Ethereum network. And so you'd basically be able to select a primary wallet from any of those, and then you'll be able to also connect up to 6 secondary wallets, and the game will automatically synchronize your assets across those wallets and import them into the game to be used. Sorry, not import, like you're not transferring any assets. It's just going to read your assets in your wallets and allow you to basically use those in the game. So that's how the wallet system will work. The username should be easy for us to edit, and we do have a design for that. So yeah. Do we have any more information about the job board or about the slider, to be more precise? So nothing like in development on that yet. We're focused on, like I said, the NFT bridge in the store. We do have those things on our list to add to development sprints, but those will be added a little bit later in the year. So, yeah. Will the primary wallet can be swapped for another? Yes. So you can swap your primary wallet at any time once we release that feature. So it will be part of the NFT bridge release. So you'll be able to swap your primary wallet, and once you connect a wallet, you'll basically be able to essentially you'll always have one wallet connected, and that will be your primary wallet. So you won't be able to disconnect the primary wallet, but you can add secondary wallets and then swap to another. You can assign one of the secondary wallets to the primary, and that will swap those wallets, if that makes sense. So again, the idea here is that we are going to be truly a cross-chain game where you don't need to have like a Wax wallet. You don't need to have a Binance wallet. You can basically choose what chain to play Colonize Mars on, and that will bring in a lot of new players, which is a huge goal for us. And we don't want to force people to create a wallet on a chain that they don't want to. So that's kind of the idea there, and the way we've designed our NFT bridge, and also the way that assets get read into the game. It's pretty scalable. Maybe it was already discussed, but will the data analytics take into account secondary mark NFT trades on Atomic Hub and also NFT trades between players? Yes, of course. Yeah, we're looking at all that stuff. We're also looking at things like active gameplay accounts, active NFT collectors, things like churn, which is basically how many accounts divided by how many new accounts were created. Was wondering this for people that got a security breach on a wallet and want to change it. Yeah, so you'll be able to change your wallet. And again, we don't hold anyone's assets. We're non-custodial. So there's if someone's wallet got compromised, it won't be tied to the game in any way, if that makes sense. So you can disconnect wallets at any time, and all we're doing is simply reading your NFT balance in your wallet that relates to the Colonize Mars collection, and also your token balances for non-custodial staking. All right. Yeah, any other kind of questions? I think we could probably wrap this up pretty early.
Yeah, I think we're probably good. I'll post this this recording for you guys on YouTube here in just a few minutes, and then I'll put that in the announcements channel for us. If you have any other questions, you can still tag us in general chat, and we can answer just in Discord itself. But yeah, this was great. We'll have another one at the normal time of 2 p.m. ET on this coming Thursday. Should be the 22nd. And thank you thank you guys for coming. Appreciate you so much, and thank you Hunter and Charlie for coming as well, of course.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thanks,
Talk to you
Thanks,
next-
everybody.
guys. Bye.
Talk to you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.